Hi, my name is Jun Mendoza and I want to present to you this video with the title Create Your Own C++ Version of a Slumbook Hobbyist Edition. Do you still remember your high school days when the Slumbook still the talk of the town and part of growing up? So this will be a new hobby, and what we're going to do is to play around with our computers to create our own computer version of a Slumbook. But before that, let me show my own version of a Slumbook. What you're viewing right now is a C++ language compiler where I put some command codes and instruction codes to be able to create my own computer version of a Slumbook. And I know they look strange to you, so let me run the program for you to see what I really want me to show to you. Okay, this is what I wanted to show to you. Okay, let me run it to you. Okay, let's wait. Okay, so say that there's a need to. This is what I call the viewers page, where you can see the result of my work. Okay, and it's a little bit computer version of a slam book. It's a little bit low tech, but let's answer the questions. May I know your complete name? Okay, let's put another person's name. Let's say Sasha Skyco. The letter O. And the nickname Sky. And how old are you? I think she's already 10. And what's the favorite color? I think it's pink. And favorite food, adobo. And how about Michelle's? I don't know who's her crush. Possibly Pogi. And the Find Love family. And there. Okay, thank you for answering my questions. As a summary, hi, you are Sasha Skyco. Your nickname is Chukai, and you're 10 years of age. Your favorite color is pink, and your favorite food is adobo. Your crush initials are question marks and describe as Pogi. For you, love is my family. That's great. I know that the computer display is a little bit low tech, okay, with no fancy colors or animation on it. But I tell you, this is a good one, especially to those who are looking for an not only an enjoyable hobby, but an educational one. So, are you interested? So, stay tuned. Just keep on watching. Well, in this video, I'm going to give you a glimpse of experience to the world of computer programming. We will just imitate what the real computer programmer is doing to have an idea of how they do their job. And I want you to have fun and just enjoy the simple tricks that I'm going to show you later on. Okay, first thing first, let's pull up a compiler. And where do we get a compiler? I want you to go to this website, www.onlinegdb.com, which is a very user-friendly website, and the compiler is easy to use. In fact, it is a ready-to-use compiler. No need to download or do anything. You can use it right away. So on your web browser, okay, you just open a new tab, and on a new tab, look for the Google search box, type online GDB, and then hit the enter on your keyboard. And on the new page, select the top of on the top of the list, the first line, and then click on it, and there we are now on the official web page of www.onlinegdb.com. And we are not yet finished. Okay, we're going to select here on the language. You will see here a downward arrow. Click on it, and there will be a drop down menu, and select the C++. Click on it, and there our language select is now a C++. Now we able to pull up a C++ compiler using the onlinegdb.com web page. And here I want you to point your the arrow, computer arrow here. Okay, point and click, and you will see a green, supposed to be a green blinking cursor. Okay, after that you have to press and hold the backspace on your keyboard so that this will be erased. All the things that you will see here will be erased. Or if you are familiar with Control A and then Control X, that is the fastest way to do it until everything are gone. Okay, so we have a clean work area. And also I want you to point your computer arrow, this arrow, computer arrow here, and click this, and also to swipe this down. Now we have a wider area. In C++ programming, it is necessary for us to put the required mandatory program codes before we can add other codes to create a computer program. Just think of it or consider them as if you will, to start an engine or important ingredients to cook a special kind of dish. So here, the first one that you have to put in the C++ program is the hashtag include, then the angle brackets. Inside is a strange word, IO stream, I for input, O for output stream. Okay, IO stream, don't forget it. And then the next one is using namespace std, and then you have to put this block consists of int for integer, the word main, and the close, open and close parenthesis, then the open and close brackets, and inside the brackets, in this area we're going to put the other codes that I'm going to introduce you later on. And in case that that you need other things here, okay, you have to put it before the return 0. The return 0 is the last of the mandatory program codes that we need to put inside the braces. Don't forget it, okay? It should be inside the braces here. And make sure all in small letters and arrange accordingly, or else we will get an error message. Let's say that we the word include, we put it in all capital letters or uppercase letters. What will happen then is that on the upper part you can see the word run. When we run the program, when you click on that, you will get an error message. For that, okay, you have to be careful, double check everything. If you think that you put these mandatory program codes as a first requirement in the proper places, then you are good to go. And then you will see is this one, program finish with exit code 0, press enter to exit console with a blinking cursor. Okay, it means that you done it good. So the next thing that I'm going to, okay, the first thing that I want you to know is the memory. In C++, it is important because memory is very useful in creating a computer program. Memory can store or contain a data or information that can be accessed anytime it is needed. In C++, we need first to create a memory to store or contain any data or information from another source. It remains inside the memory unless we access or retrieve it. In creating a memory, first we need to tell the computer what kind of memory to create. And then after that, we need to name or label that memory, the one that we're going to create. Okay. String, the word string is a code to create a memory. That is to create a kind of memory that exclusively accept text only. So when we said string, this is a kind of memory that will only accept string of letters from the alphabet or string of words. That's why it says here string. Label is only generic to represent a name or a label of a memory. Keep in mind that we can label a memory of any name we want, and then forget the semicolon at the end of the code. Once you put the semicolon, the memory is considered created and ready to store data or information. And keep in mind that a created memory is still empty. Okay, so this is a screenshot where we already put the necessary mandatory program codes, and we put the code to create a memory here inside the braces. And when we run the program, we will not get any error message, and you will see this message, okay, and a blinking cursor here, but there's nothing here, still blank, because our memory is still empty. So the next topic is entering text on the keyboard. Typing something on the keyboard is one way to communicate with the computer. Seeing what we type is only a footprint, a confirmation, or a proof that we type something, and we can see it displayed. This is the C++ code to accept information from your keyboard. The cin is a code as well as a command to accept information coming from the keyboard, represented by the blinking cursor on the viewer's page. And the double arrows direction only give us idea where the flow of the information goes. And the semicolon tells the computer the code has ended. And this is important. Don't forget to put semicolon for every command code or instruction code that we created. That is a requirement. And the question mark is only to emphasize that any information coming from a keyboard should have a destination to go. That is why we need to create first a memory to have the cin entry command code as destination to go. Combining combining them together, we have the code to create a memory. Okay, and this is the cin entry command code. And I want you to use your imagination. Whatever you enter on your keyboard will go to a destination to a memory with the name txt, and the computer will look or search for that memory, and it will store whatever information you enter on the keyboard, but whatever inside the memory remain hidden. So back to the here, what you will see here is that we included the cin command, or the cin entry command code here, but when we run the program, okay, what we can see is only a blinking cursor, meaning you the computer is ready to whatever you will type on your keyboard. Okay, it's still waiting for it, and when you enter something on it, the keyboard will show it only as confirmation that you enter that word. But when you hit the enter on your keyboard, you will see nothing here. Okay, why? Because we need to include or add the cout display command code in our computer program to be able to see it on screen. There are two ways we can display something on viewer's page: a direct display using the quotation marks, or the callout display using the memory's name. In C++, okay, the code to display something on the screen is the cout, then the double arrow with the, okay, I will tell you what are those question marks and a semicolon. The cout is a code and also a command to tell to display something on the computer screen. The double arrows give us a hint to what the direction the information should go, and don't forget the semicolon at the end of the code, and the marks only to emphasize that we can directly display something or to call out a memory by its name. So to directly display something on the screen, we use the quotation marks like this. And whatever inside the quotation marks will be displayed on the computer screen. Okay? While in a callout display, we have to put the label or name of the memory. Whatever information inside that memory will be displayed. Okay, let's combine them, the three of them. We created a memory to contain or store whatever you enter on the keyboard, and will be displayed on screen by calling the label of a memory. Use your imagination. Okay, let me have an actual demonstration. Okay, to save time, I already put the required mandatory codes in our work area. We have the hashtag include uh, angle brackets, I stream inside using namespace std. Don't forget the semicolon. The int main, open and close parenthesis, then the braces, and the return 0. And let's see what will happen if we run this one. Okay, I think I forgot something here. We have to select the C++, so there's no error message. So the next thing that we have to do, okay, we have just to move this to the okay, coming. Okay, we have to put here the string to create a memory. Let's call our memory txt. Okay, when we run this, okay, what will happen is that we will have no error message, but there's still nothing here because, as I told you, that the once we created the memory, it's still empty. Okay, if we add here cn, okay, and the destination is on the label or name txt, memory txt. When we run this, okay, what will happen then is we have a blinking cursor, and let's say that we put here hello. What will happen is that that's all. When you hit the enter, that's all that you can see. So we need to add another one, which is what we call the cout command display command code, and we will call out what is inside here, the memory txt, and it will be displayed by the cout display command code. So when we run this, okay, what will happen is that whatever we enter here, let's say uh, what's the name of the animal, let's say okay, a dog, let's say a dog. When we hit the enter key on your keyboard, okay, it will show the word dog. Okay, because here represent the cursor, you enter here dog, and it goes into the memory. inside the memory and can stored by the memory. And then this is a code to display something on the computer screen, and you call the name of the memory, and that is memory txt. And what happens is whatever inside the memory txt will be displayed by cout txt. Okay, that is what happened. Let's say another one. Okay, when we run this program, okay, let's try example, the name of a planet, Pluto. Okay, it will just repeat what it says. So if you will notice, whatever you put or enter on your keyboard will just be repeated by the computer, and it will be displayed on the computer screen. And that is what we call an echoing effect, which seems to be nonsense. And give us blinking cursor will give us no idea of what to enter. It could be a name of an animal or a planet or whatever. So it's still nonsense. So let's have an actual demo. So what you can see here is only a blinking cursor. We have no idea what to do, what to enter on this. We can say that it could be a name of a person, like Rose. Okay, and then when we hit the enter, it will just repeat what it says. So what we're going to do is we have to add something to make sense. In a direct display using the cout command code, using a quotation mark, we can create a direct display code inside the work area. It's considered to be a fixed display once we run the program, unlike in calling out a memory, which gives us a more flexibility. I will explain it uh, this way. Okay, whatever inside the quotation marks can be displayed on the screen, and it can be any letter or of the alphabet or any number. Okay, as long as they are inside the quotation mark. Here, inside the quotation mark. We will use this type of cout display command code to make sense to our computer program. To make sense in creating our computer program, we need to add what do you call it, what to do dialogue and an ad-lib dialogue using the direct display code. Combining them together, here I think you're familiar with this. We created a memory, and then this is the cursor represented by the cursor. You have to put here, insert the what to do dialog before the in entry command code. Uh, Here is an example of a cout display command code using the cout, and here we put inside the quotation mark what is your name. Okay, and then the cn will be the cursor. So adding a what to do dialog will give us idea of what to enter, and then the ad-lib dialog give a sense of interaction between the computer and the user. Okay, this is a screenshot. Okay, this is what I call the what to do dialog. What is your name? Then there's a blinking cursor. If you enter a name and hit the enter on your keyboard, what will happen is that there will be a name here, Phil Tengson, and here is the reply of the computer. Nice to meet you, but it seems to be less personal. I mean, there's no personal touch in this one. So the next thing that we have to do, that is the ad-lib dialogue. Okay, nice to meet you. Okay, let me have an actual demo regarding this one. Okay, I'm sure that you are familiar with this too. Okay, the creating a memory, and this one representing the cursor. Okay, entering something on your keyboard. This is the code. Here we will insert between the string between the string and the cin command code here. Okay, the created memory, and this is the what we're going to enter that will go here inside the memory. We have to put a what to do dialog. What okay, what is your name, and question mark, and don't forget the semicolon at the end. So after that, okay, there will be another what do you call it, the direct display, and this time we reply nice to see, nice to meet you. Okay, maybe better nice to meet you. Okay, space, and here when we run this program, let's see what will happen. There's no error. So it's asking you what is your name. Let's say here Donny Don Alliance, or with the letter S maybe. And what will happen is that's all. Nice to meet you. Okay, there seems to be a lacking of personal touch on it. Okay, adding some personal touch. A direct display versus the call out. In a direct display, it is independent, no need for a created memory to include in a computer program. While in a call out display, it cannot exist without a created memory included in a C program. Here, okay, by blending the direct display and the call out display, this is what called a direct display. Okay, if you will notice, we didn't create any memory, okay, for it to contain this information inside it, but it will directly displayed on the computer screen once we run the program, as long as it is inside the quotation mark and we use the cout code. Okay, however, this one, the cout code here, is what we call a call out display command code, meaning what it's going to do is to call whatever the name that is included in the code. Like here, the name is text, the name of the memory is txt. So the computer will search for a memory that has a name txt, and this is a memory that has a name of txt, memory txt, and whatever inside the information inside it will be displayed on the computer screen. And there's an advantage here using this. Example, what is your name? Chinwamil, and hit the enter key on the keyboard, and here there will be the first name. So let me show you in actual. So here we already have the memory that we created, and this is what to do dialog, and we have to enter the blinking cursor. This is represented by the blinking cursor, and then of course the ad-lib, nice to meet you. Okay, here we will have here, instead of ending it, we have a comma, and we will put here cout, then text. And when we run the program, let's see what will happen. Okay, it's getting. Okay, it's asking for a name. Let's say Gary Liduna. Liduna. And nice to meet you, Gary. Okay, because we put here this one, so there's some kind of a personal touch because the computer mentioned your name. What is your name, Gary? Then nice to meet you, Gary. That's that's a good thing about adding this call out display, this code. Okay, let's talk about immediately loading a memory. After we created memory, it is possible to immediately store or contain information in it on it, similar to direct display, but it has other advantage. Okay, it is fixed, meaning the information can be changed once we created it as part of our computer program. Let's say we have here this string l- label. The C++ code to directly load an information inside a memory using the equal sign and also the quotation mark. The label is only generic to represent the label or the name of a memory. Any information inside the quotation marks will be stored and then on here on the name of the label, and it will be stored or contained here in the memory. And then don't forget semicolon. Okay, I want you to use your imagination. Store me, which is the information inside the quotation mark, will be designated to store with a name texty, which is the name of or label of a memory texty, and it will be stored there. Since it is stored there, it's still hidden. We need to call it out. Okay, so when we run the program, it will show immediately store me. Okay, let's have an actual demo. Okay, this is the created memory with a name texty, memory texty, and here is the one that we're going to directly load into that memory. Txt equal to I am hidden, and then we will call it out. Okay, let's run the program and let's see what will happen. So what will happen is immediately it will be displayed. I am hidden. To the what call it on the viewers page, we have no idea if it is this is a what I call it a direct display or a loaded one, unless you check what is inside the program. It will just appear on it. Example, if we do not put here this one, this two, okay, and we just put here, let's say, directly, I am hidden. Okay, what will happen is that when you run this, that will be valid, and it's still the same thing. I am hidden without the quotation mark and the semicolon. Now, if we put string here, okay, txt, which is to create a memory, and then we will designate txt as where this information will go. Okay, I am here. and simply no quotation mark if we are calling a memory, call it memory. So this one will go here and go here and then call out, and then when we run this, okay, what we'll see is the same, almost the same. So I think you know now the difference between a direct display using the uh, call out display command code, and by loading, directly loading an information inside the memory yes, inside the memory by using the equal sign and the quotation marks. Okay, let's have some discussion regarding linking information information inside memories. We can store different information on different memories using the cin entry code, but can we display them together in one go? The answer is yes, using the plus sign. We have here three, this is just a generic representing three memories, and these are their names or their label. This is the generic representation of two memories. These are the two memories. And the third memory to link together whatever information inside the two memories. Okay, let's have this example. We have string text1, the created memory that we will call that we're going to call it memory text1, and cin is the blinking cursor that will show on your viewers page. We created a memory to contain the information entry with the label text1, and we created another memory to contain the entry information for text2, and we have to first create a memory for the third yes, we have to create a memory for this text3, and memory text3 will store together the information inside text1, and it's supposed to be that this is text2, okay, text2, of course with the help of the plus sign. Okay, let's have an actual demo again. Okay, to save time, I already put here the following key. This will be before the return 0. This will we created a memory for text1, and this is for entering an information from your keyboard. Then we created another memory for text2, and again the same thing. The only difference is this one. The destination is in text1. This time the destination is in text2. The cin code, okay, and we need to create the third memory text3, and this with the help of the plus sign will combine or link what information here and here. Where's the yeah, there, here. But you know, when we run this, okay, what will happen is that there will be a blinking. Okay, let's say that first you will put here keys, okay, and then hit the enter. It will ask you again me, and there's nothing, okay, because what is missing is we forget to call out the memory, and we will not call out text1, we will not call out text2, but of course text3. Okay, when we run this, okay, what will happen is Of course, we have no idea of what to enter here. So just let's say hug me. Okay, only hug. Okay, hug. Okay, I'm sorry. HUG. And then me and there. Hug me. Okay. This is the what we entered. That these two, and this is the what we call when we enter the when we hit the enter on the keyboard. Okay, the cout will display the information here and the information here. But the thing is that it's a bit it's not good to see it that way. Okay, when we run this, okay, all we can see are just okay. Let me have it again. Okay, hug, enter, me. Okay, hug me. No space in between. To do that, let me give you a tip. We can add a blank quotation marks on our computer program to separate the two words. Let me show you. Okay, here you will notice that where are we? Okay, here I'm sorry. Here we have txt3 is equal to txt1 plus txt2. We will add here. Okay, I'm sorry. We will add here a blank quotation mark and then plus txt1 plus a blank quotation mark and then txt2. And when we run this, okay, let's say kiss me, hug me. How about yes, okay, hug me. Hug, enter, me, enter, hug me. Okay, that's the good thing about this. Okay, adding this what do you call it, the blank quotation mark will separate the two. But let's add some kind of what do you call it, dialogue here. So here we will first put it here to ask here Xiao, what is your first name? Question mark. Okay, I will just make it a little bit smaller so that you will see what I'm doing. And one space in okay, here what is your first name? And then here we will insert before the cin another cout command. Okay, what is your last name? Question mark. And then here don't forget the semicolon. So these are what to do dialogues. Okay, so here we will add this two, three, this two. Okay, here we can put here a dialogue. Okay, here an ad-lib dialogue. Put here. So your complete name is yeah, and don't forget the semicolon. When we run this, okay, we made sense to our computer program. What is your first name? Let's say it's Kari. And your last name? Leduna. And there. So your complete name is Gary Leduna. That's the good thing about this, okay? That's what I'm trying to explain to you when you link them with this. Can link two things with this. Okay. Okay, I want you to know the difference between a loaded memory and ready to load memory. Okay. Here, this one is we will consider it a loaded memory because once we created memory, immediately we put the equal sign here to txt1 so that this information will goes here immediately. While here, this is considered to be a ready to load memory because we are still waiting for whatever you're going to put inside or enter on the keyboard. And of course, we create memory text T3 to store the information of memory text one, text T1 and text T2. So we're just going to link them together as what we did earlier. So let me have an actual demonstration regarding this. Of course, we need to also call out because all these memories will stay hidden until we call it out, call out the memory. Okay, what we have here are three memories. String 1, text T1, we created it, and inside it will be the word thought, and this string text T2 memory text T2. Okay, the string is only to identify what kind of memory we're going to create. Okay, just name it txt2 memory, txt1 memory, and this one txt3 memory, which is we're going to link them together. So after that, we have to display it. Let's say that this thought that we have is a surname of a certain person. Okay, let's go on this. Okay, let's say the name of the person is Andrew. So Andrew, okay, I'm sorry. It should be on the second one. Okay, we have to just replace this one. Okay, and this two. Place it. Place it with one. If it is txt2, it should be there. Okay, because what will happen is when we run this, because I told you that that will be the surname of Andrew. We said here Andrew. So his complete name is Andrew Thought. That is the name. Okay, complete name, first name, last name, Andrew Thought. And let's say that let's run this again. And let's say that he has a son, and the name of his son is Ivan. So what will happen is Ivan thought is not a good name. So let's try another name. How about Kenneth? Okay. Maybe Andrew doesn't have any son, only a daughter. Maybe Amanda. And there, much better. Amanda thoughts, much better. Okay. So here, what we do is that we can combine them together. Okay, the ready loaded or the loaded memory with a ready to load memory. This one. Okay, and what will happen is that we just enter the first name and the surname will immediately display. Okay, by the way, let me show you something. This is important, okay? let's say that we have here, okay, it is important that we first create a memory. Let's say we create a memory string, and this time let's put another name. Okay, LUV is the name of the memory. Memory LUV, and we have cin, and of course the destination is going to LUV, and we want to call it out. Okay, the call out. First we have to create a what to do dialog. Okay, let's say that define love. In here we have that one. Okay, and don't forget it. And we have to put it here before the cn. Okay, forgot. Okay, we have to adjust this one. Then here is the cn, your answer to the question, cn, and it will be no. Okay, this is the memory. Here is the question. Okay, define love, and whatever answer you will be given, we go here or start temporarily by the memory LUV. And if you want to display it, okay, let's have an ad-lib first. So for you, okay, let's have this one and one space, and then of course see out, call out LUV. So when we run this program, okay, there's an error. Text3 is not do we have text3? Okay, here. Okay, I forgot to remove this one. Okay, okay. Do we have all everything now? Good. Okay, let's run the program. Okay, here it is asking you define love. Okay, let me make it bigger, a little bit bigger for you to see it. Okay, little bit more bigger, and this is the code that we created. Make it a little bit smaller for you to see it. Okay, we created first. We created here a memory. Then what to do dialog, and the blinking cursor, and you will enter here your answer, and it will be stored here. And this is an ad-lib dialog, and this will be the answer that you put inside memory LUV. So when we run this, okay, it will ask you to define love. Let's say that you want to define love as love is a many splendor thing. Okay, and when we run this program, okay, make it a little bit smaller, so the splendor will be in one word. Okay, let's run this again. Okay, let's stop it. Okay, let's run the program again, and here define love. Love is a many splendor thing. So when you hit the enter, what you will see is only love. Okay, without this many splendor thing, it's missing. Why? Because The CN entry command code can only accept single text, meaning when we said single text, uh, it is only one word or could be a continuous word as long as there's no space in between. The disadvantage of the CN entry command code is that it can only accept single text, as I mentioned, and we need to add something to the CN command code to be able to accept multiple texts, and that will be a lengthy discussion. So for this one, okay, let's have a break. Please review what you learned and watch out part 2 of this video. And take care and goodbye at the end of this video. Thank you.